front act so damn hard? Why you got a lawn home in your front yard? Why you gotta drive such a fancy car? Why you gotta get drunk at that bar? Why the hell do you have all the hate in your hands when you play with the boys in the state of your land? Is a place where you cannot enjoy, not employ it to be your fan, to be the man, to feed the children, to each weekend defeat the weak man. I'm feeling sad for each of them who don't take a stand and fight, man. Nice to have a friend have your back, so we got to help and be nice like that. If we are to grow without the pistol and a fist is all we need, add a little bit of booze and greed, and who knows, maybe that's what we need. I'm seeing things differently these days, and in case you don't believe me, well, turn that page and there I'll be, standing on flip leaves. With a healthy mind, you'll be sure to find that a little bit of sympathy can go a long way in a helpful way, and you'll never have to have a need. Keep karma coins contained in a crate, kept locked safely away, cause the day will come when you're gonna need some. At that point it'll be too late. It's time to jive with a bump in the grind, cause the end is what's at stake. Hey! Why you gotta front act so damn hard? Why you gotta lawn home in your front yard? Why you gotta drive such a fancy car? Why you gotta get drunk at that bar? If the end ain't here, then we'll party on, singing songs throughout the year. We'll appear to have planned it that way, cause we're just so damn sincere. Drinking beer in the field with the sun in my eyes, so why is this forsaken? When you live in the city, taking pity on them country folk, man, they got the best bacon. I'm breaking into new scenes like they new sneaks. Get this news leak out, cause we're planning on a party with a Barbie doll where they all sluts and we get out. Get out, get out, get out of my face. Take those fake lips, tits and ass to the street if you wanna sell it, cause I ain't buying, I'm down with real shit, that is what I'm telling you. Baby, you're an iron-on, I'm a tattoo. You're an offense and I'm a defense. You're a broken record too. If there's anything to be said, you're a beautiful girl, and I wish you all the best. Hello folks, fans, and freaks. Welcome to the Jerk Off Hour. I'm your host, Dr. J. Cole. And we are talking with motherfucking DJ Dirty Dane today. What's up, Dane?
Not a whole lot, just chilling, you know?
Yeah, chilling.
Smoking some joints.
Yeah. We have your unnamed friend here sitting next to you. We're not going to say his name. Doesn't want to be in the video. That's Mr. X.
Mr. X.
Mr. X. Well, this show is brought to you by wickedbad.net, home of the illest, and the DFL 613. Don't forget to pick up your motherfucking membership cards. Motherfuckers entitles you to a great deal of savings in time from your life. And so, I don't know if you guys have a card or not, if I gave you guys a card. There you go. There you go, man. Just got to sign it. That makes it active.
That's right.
That's right. And if I already gave you one, fuck, give that to somebody else, man.
No, I think, that's awesome.
I keep saying it. I have a big fucking box of these things, man. So the next 25 people to email dr.jcole@gmail.com, you will get a free membership card within the month.
Do it.
In the mail.
It's worth it.
Snail mail, that is, because I'm a cheap motherfucker.
This is just perfect timing that we're on the show because I was waiting for it in the mail, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just here anyway.
Oh, fuck, man.
So
you're the one. You're a dickpunch16.
Yeah.
At hotmail.com.
Yeah.
You're the one who ordered, the only one who ordered the one card.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? DFL, it's not me, man. It's my sponsor, so
okay.
I don't even know what the fuck. If you email me, though, I hook them up.
What do they do?
The link. They're a union. It's like a union membership.
For what?
Fight the power, man. That's what it's all about. For people who want to like slack off and jerk around and do nothing. You know?
Oh, I get it.
It entitles you.
The name makes more sense now.
Yeah, fucking the dog.
I was just
like,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
First I was like, is
what
this
it's all about?
No.
What's all about? Sponsoring podcasts are all the way from the T-Dot. It's Big Specials House, hosted by my good friend and fam, Spesh K. Scotia represent. Mixcloud.com/Big Specials House for the best Canadian hip-hop in the podcast world. In Montreal, be sure to listen to Construct Dubstep, another member of the Wicked Bad Collective. You can find him on wickedbad.net or j'aimelledubstep.com. And then go over to Fredericton, New Brunswick. That's where this fucking collective comes from, the Ultrasound Collective. They have a fucking crazy roster of musicians on there. Go on, check out their mixes, especially my good friend DJ Sir K. His shit is bomb.
What kind of music
and
do they play?
They play all kinds of electronica, dance, disco, tech house, all kinds of shit, man. Anything you can fucking imagine is in there.
Nice.
Although they're not like known as like a dubstep or drum and bass kind of people, but
that's cool.
It's cool.
All different sounds are great, man. And
they pick like, these are DJs who pick like the best, like Ms. Maxine's on there, Sound Sisters on there, Christian Sir K's on there,
nice.
Kerr Mokum's on there, a bunch of fucking sick, talented people are on there.
Nice.
And it's cool. Now we have a new sponsor of the show who will also be sponsoring us back.
riftriders.net for all you motherfucking gamers out there. Get your game on. Go check out that shit. They have a podcast similar to this one. I don't believe there's any video. I've listened through a bunch of it, and they have some ladies on there who are really funny. These guys are really funny.
Yeah.
And they just chat and joke and talk about games and shit.
I'll have to check it out.
It's pretty fucking good. riftriders.net. It is currently 4:55 p.m. on Friday, December. What's the day today? December 09, 2011.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I talk about the date, because this won't even be posted for like another 4 fucking days after I edit it. So, you know,
Well, it's good to look past.
Yeah.
Into the past. I don't know.
Into the past and see what the fuck you were doing that day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, just to tell everybody who the fuck DJ Dirty Dane is, he is the other half of Dirty Intuition. This is the dirty side right here. Grimy motherfucker. And so he started making some tunes, and he got in contact with our first video guest, DJ DVD, and then Dave hooked me up. He was like, hey, man, check out this guy. I think you guys would work good together. And I did, and we did.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Yeah.
And we have now our first album, which we're just going to get our CDs pressed. And it will be all good in the hood. And there's some shit written on the back, too. You don't actually get to see the girl's ass or anything, or her tits, but you can imagine.
Because then otherwise we wouldn't be able to put it in stores, maybe.
That's right. Or on any shelf anywhere. That's
the point of Dirty Intuition, though. It's just right before the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? It's that intuition you get.
Yeah.
Before
I think the cover says it all, man. It's
exactly.
like, oh, that is Dirty Intuition. It's like, I know, my intuition tells me that I'm getting laid.
Yeah.
Based on the fucking picture.
And then our songs are playing in your head as a soundtrack.
Oh, while you're fucking. Ooh. Yeah, we got a good tempo, man. I think I have fucked to some of our shit.
Nice.
I think I have, yeah.
Probably have,
yeah.
Never know.
Yeah, we should go back and edit the beats per minute of everything just to make it a good fucking pace.
Yeah.
And it'll slowly like increase and increase. Let's do like a Sexin album like that. Like they did on Lovage. Music to make music to make love to your old lady by. It is an amazing album, man. If you play that from front to start while you're like doing your fucking nasty, it will take you along the journey. And as the music is like building up at the end, it all fucking comes together, and then you and her come together.
Yeah.
Or blow your load in her face. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter, man. It's just music, right?
Exactly.
Let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about where you started with music and all that jazz.
Well,
what was the first thing you did? Were you banging spoons together? Click, 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 click,
I guess
and your mom was like, "Give him some fucking real
my
spoons."
first foray into music, I think, was in grade 6. We were all. It was like the end of the year, and they were getting ready for it was the beginning of the year, I guess, and that's when you get to do band class. So we were all like, put in a room and got to try some instruments or whatever. And for some reason or another, I chose the trumpet and started playing that. So in junior high, I was in the select band and the senior jazz band. And I was really good for my age and shit. And it was really fun. So that's where I learned to read music and read things on site without playing them before.
Right.
Sight reading, things like that. Some really good musical skills, even improvisation a bit. And so then after that, I guess I fiddled around with the guitar. I thought I wanted to do that, but I was too lazy to practice. And it's quite a
guitar's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it's a lot
I've tried
of work.
that several times. I picked up a guitar and tried to be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do it this time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
that's what
fingers start to
doing.
hurt. I'm like, I don't want pain involved with this, man. Fuck, I didn't know that was part of the deal.
Yeah.
Music's supposed to be fun and happy, not.
I know.
Ow.
Yeah, and you have to practice several times a day. I mean, I know I pretty much do that almost now when I make music, but to me it's not really practicing because I just do it as I do it, and it's the experience that's the practice. But I mean, yeah. So anyway, I still like guitar. I can still play some things. I can still play some of Dust in the Wind and stuff like that.
Oh,
that's that's what I always go back to when I get handed a guitar. And,
fuck, you got me beat then.
And then I play the C chord and the G chord and the D chord. And, that's pretty much it. Anyway, I eventually got a shitty pair of drums that I got on Kijiji for $200. I still have them. And
those are the ones in your room right now?
Yeah. Yeah, they're dismantled in my room right now. They were together, but
I
I learned how to drum like just self-taught that way. And I still like it. It's still fun. So that's probably the way I became associated with drums and like, you know, rhythm and being able to, I mean, playing the trumpet pretty much got me to have a good sense of rhythm anyway, but drums even helped that even further. And,
for sure.
Once
you understand drums and like keeping a beat, then
once you understand, you have a newfound
after
appreciation for rhythm and like beats and instrumentals and like the songs you listen to, and you actually realize like, a lot of the song isn't even done by like the singer, although obviously the singer is the one that brings it all together. But like, you know, a lot of music you don't even realize as you're growing up. Like, it's all done by, a lot of it's done by producers. Half the stuff, you know, is written by producers. I mean, like, I don't write the lyrics, so that's all good because you're really good at that. So I mean, like, I really appreciate having, you know, someone like into it here to cover that role while I'm in the background making the beats. And yeah. So anyway,
I love the beats you make too, man. I've like searched high and low for someone who makes the shit like what you make. Very progressive, like the start and the end. If you were to play a little snippet from the first and then play a snippet from the end, it's fucking night and day.
Yeah.
And like with most hip hop, it's the same fucking loop for 5 fucking minutes. Yeah. And I am so sick of that shit. And just,
I mean, I
it's
still
not a
loop
song.
a lot when I'm like, when it's things like drums, like a classic drum loop, but sometimes I do that on purpose. And, you know, but then I'll have, you know, exactly like you said, 2 different parts that are completely different. I call that my music ADD or ADHD. I just get bored when I'm making the song, and I'm like, I fiddle around with new sounds, and even if it doesn't really sound like it matches, I'll be like, that's a cool contrast, or like that sounds neat, but I don't want to make a whole entire new track. That'd be a lot of work. So I just, you know, I just go with it, and then, you know, so a lot of the times though I do stick to the you know, verse, chorus, or whatever kind of structure, just because it's obviously a lot challenging if it's random for the singer. Like, you know, it's good to have some structure, but I also like the
I used to fuck up my verses all the time. We'd be out on stage, and because it was just basically like the song just repeating again, right? It would be like chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse. So each chorus and each verse sounded exactly the same as the last, and I would get stumped, and I would stumble, and I'd be like doing the chorus, something, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like, what's my verse?
Yeah.
And here's the weird part. I'm going through this in my mind. I'm going, what's my fucking verse? What is it?
Have you ever done the wrong verse in the wrong order?
Oh yeah.
Like, oh,
wrong
shit.
verse, put the last verse in the first section and then the middle and fuck it all up. Yeah. Or play like the same fucking verse like 3 times. Yeah, definitely done that. But the thing is, like, I like about your beats is that can't happen because your shit has such unique sounds that are firing off. And the first verse is like, oh, it's these noises? Well, I know only these words go with these noises. And by the time the second verse comes, it's a whole set of different noises and a different mood and atmosphere. So I'm just like, psh, it fires off different reactions that come out of my mouth. So, and the weird thing is that I can keep singing and my mind is like doing some other shit, like fucking doing my taxes, you know? I'm just like, I wonder looking at the crowd and shit, but like I'll still be like rapping it and I'm like, oh, look at that girl down there. That's a fucking sweet outfit she's got on. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like,
I hope she comes backstage.
Yeah, when I see you do it live, and I guess live it's just the same thing, but I'm here instead of you being at like a studio or whatever. But like, you know, it's like a lot of people when they do shit live, it sounds different because for whatever reason. But your shit sounds exactly the same, which is perfect because, you know, like, well, not exactly the same. I mean, you go with the flow and shit, but like, you know, you don't sound like you're
unedited. I don't add too much editing to my vocals. That's why I try to keep it as real.
But like, you could do an entire song from front to back, and it could be like you didn't stumble on a single word, or like, you know, whatever, timing's perfect. That's some good shit because, you know, I mean, it's a skill to do that alone in the studio, but like,
it comes with practice too.
When you're just doing it for fun or whatever, and it's just like, that's cool. So that's good. I don't even know like a lot of the songs that we did. Like, you'll send me a beat, and I'll sit there and I'll write some shit to it, and then I'll fucking read it off the screen. So I don't even know what the fuck I'm singing yet. Yeah. And then it'll take like, after listening to it, so even like a lot of our shit that we've recorded that we think is dope, I've added so many more changes to the way I like sing everything. Yeah. So it changes this shit around. Yeah, exactly. So if anything, it makes the live experience different. Than like the, you know. Yeah. But, you know, there's always people who are like, it's not the same as on the fucking CD. Why did you sing it the same? Why'd you change it? I can't sing along with you. It's like, Well, some of the songs, like the vocals have a little more reverb than others simply because of like the mood of the song. Sometimes you can't recreate that live unless you just fiddle around with stuff on the go, right? Yeah. Which is hard.
I'm definitely going to bring this thing here, this Alessis mixer, to our next show because it has some sweet fucking reverb on it. I like all the sounds that we get out of this thing.
Yeah. Cool. We should have like an effects box where you stomp like a pedal, where you could be like a part, where maybe like shifts.
Have my own fucking echo thing that I can handle myself.
Yeah, where
like some songs don't need any echo and some do.
Yeah, or like maybe the chorus needs an echo and the rest doesn't. You could use a pedal or something just to clip it on and off while no one would even notice. Anyway, that's
in the future.
A whole lot of detail.
Well, hey man, that's the next part of our conversation here. Is that was your past. So present is basically, I guess, aside from what you and I are doing, what else? Like you make beats and shit, and you're sending them out to people, and I've sent your beats to a few people and shit. So
yeah, I mean, I don't. The last people I actually work with outside of you was probably like Latte D Kid and Bath and Buddha Man. I did some songs with Buddha Man.
Buddha Man.
He's this guy from Toronto. He does, or not Toronto, Detroit. And he does like street rap. So I haven't done a lot of beats because he's more into the street beats, which I love. But I haven't made a whole lot of them.
That shit was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, I currently just make. I always tell myself, I hear drum and bass, and that's when I first started spinning as a DJ, and I've made a handful of songs, drum and bass songs. And I always hear like stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I really gotta make a new drum and bass song. And then usually I just end up making a hip hop beat that's, I don't know how to describe it. Usually like hazy and a little dark, but like, strong drums and deep bass. And I don't know. I have a thing for making hip hop beats. I don't know why. Like I always like tell myself, oh, I'm gonna make another dubstep beat because like I can and it's fun and it's challenging. That's why I like to change my style too. Like I mostly. Nowadays, my core is like hip hop, but a year ago would have been more like a dubby sort of like hip hop mixed with like random drum and bass, dubstep. You haven't even done house tracks. I love doing like house tracks, electro.
I don't even though like classify our shit as like hip hop. I've been calling it dub hop.
Yeah,
which
dub
is more
hop.
of a mix of both because you use a lot of like.
But I mean, some of our stuff is straight up hip hop. Some of our stuff is only hip hop because there's rapping in it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's other stuff that's kind of like in between.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to do it in the future. I want to like do a cross between like trap / street beats, like stuff that like Waka Flocka would rap over, like Gucci Mane or like Young Jeezy or any of those like beats, those kind of beats mixed with like dubstep bass lines and like maybe slow them down a bit. So yeah, that's kind of stuff.
I also like the Moombaton.
Yeah, Moombaton's really picking up. Like I was just at the Dome on Wednesday and I was dancing along and all of a sudden I realized this is a Moombaton beat. Like it was like doom 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 doom, and then I heard like the synth was like classic Moombaton. I was like, whoa! Like I knew it was huge in Europe and pretty much everywhere in the world, but it hadn't really like hit North America that much. Like it was getting there, but now you hear it in the club and people are loving it.
They're starting up. DJ DVD and a couple other people are doing this night at what's it called? It's called Fresh Fridays.
Is it a Moombaton night?
They play Moombaton, Juke, and some other new shit.
You think I could get signed up on that? Because I could.
You gotta go attend a session. I actually told.
I could do a sick Moombaton mix easily. Like it would be easy. It's a really. I love another thing about being a DJ with this genre is it's easy to mix. It's a little slower. I guess that sometimes makes it harder, but depending on what kind of DJ you are. But I find it just, I don't know, like all the beats are the same tempo roughly. I guess that's the same in any genre, but I don't know. I found it's pretty easy to mix and it's fun too. It's real fun because there's some good drops and crazy sounds.
I'm gonna bring it up on the screen right now. I wanted to see what all the different kinds were. Yeah, it was a Facebook group.
Oh yeah.
Fresh.
Is it DJ Lyra? Does she do it too?
Friday.
Or like Amanda Stevens? What?
Does that help? Does that bring up anything? Man, I'm so like lost with the way Facebook works nowadays.
Oh, it's weird.
It just keeps changing and changing and changing. And I am a champion of change. I love change and progress and everything. If it's for a fucking reason, for a fucking reason other than to make you fucking click around somewhere else, which is like a big fucking thing that Facebook does. They're just like, how can we get these motherfuckers to click around and add some more hits to our fucking site so we can charge more for our ads? You fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Those assholes.
I'm gonna stop using Facebook pretty fucking soon, man. I'm just gonna have like.
I'm just still glad it's still free. I'm amazed it's still free.
Yeah.
Like at least it's free, I guess.
Yeah, it'll have to be free because they want as many people on there as possible.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of their goal.
I mean, they get enough money from advertising; they don't need it to charge.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of places like this, they eventually, like once they realize they get a lot of traffic, they start charging.
Yeah.
So.
Like events. How do you go to like past events? There's today, this week. Past events. All right. We're only going. There it is. Fresh.
Oh, P86.
Yeah.
DVD. Is
Yeah.
Kids? That's
This
Matt
was,
Trouble and someone, isn't it?
KDZ.
Yeah. Or is it no, someone else?
KDZ is
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Sour Kids.
What's his name? I'm not sure. No, KDZ is a guy. He's one person, I believe.
Oh, it looks like they already have
They
the
probably
poster
filmed
made and everything.
Well, this is from the first one that they did.
Oh.
That was on November 25th. And yeah, there we go. Like, look, Moomba, Juke, Glitch, Footy.
Oh, Juke, really?
Garage, Ghetto Funk.
Sick.
Yeah.
I bet he really likes B-More and stuff like that. Like Ghetto Tech and...
So I had there was someone here working in the studio, and I was like, let's go fucking see the show. But then we got caught up in recording and everything.
Yeah.
And we actually fucking went on here and we copied all this shit and put it into YouTube just to even see, like, what the fuck is Juke? I don't know. So we just sit here and then we're like, yeah, this is fucking sick. And we're like rocking out all night. Like, yeah.
It's
and
like
then we put on more.
we
We put on Moobaton, footwork, put on all that shit. And it was just fucking sick. I'm like, yeah, I can see how that shit's going to take off, man.
Oh, yeah.
And that will kill dubstep. Kill dubstep. It's on its way out, man. Justin Bieber announced he's doing a dubstep album.
Really?
Working with like UK producers and shit like that.
Probably like
The
Chasing
Beeb.
Status and stuff like
The
that.
Beeb, man.
I could see them doing that.
I fucking guarantee that motherfucker. It's either this. Either his agent was like, "You're doing fucking dubstep. That shit's blowing up, son." He's like, "All right."
Man, he probably just digs it himself.
Or he went to some fucking rave in Europe in some fucking warehouse, got whacked out of his mind, danced with fucking glow sticks, and then was like, "What the fuck is this music? I'm gonna go home and make it myself."
Yeah. Hey man, a lot of people hate when stuff like that happens, or like when Skrillex gets nominated for Grammys, but I would see it as a positive thing. Like, you know, you don't have to like Justin Bieber's music, but you know, he's a Canadian kid just like making mad money. I have respect for that. If he wants to, if he does a good job, I will listen to it. Like, I'm not afraid to listen to it, but you never know.
He can sing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He has this fucking...
It's not my style, but...
He does have a douchebaggy attitude.
You know,
Like,
I think when he grows up, he's probably going to have a better sense of, you know, music talent. Or music, like, I don't know, maybe make something cooler when he grows up a bit.
He sucks.
I don't know.
My friend Mike is popping up on Facebook.
I don't love
here.
him. I'm
He's
just
like, "What
saying,
time is
like,
the party?"
I just don't like hating for no reason.
Hating for no reason, hating because everyone else hates it.
Yeah.
That is fucking I kind of like all the shit that people hate against just because everyone hates it. I started like taking a second look, man. And that's when I started listening to shit like Lady Gaga. And I started like liking it. And I started like learning more. I'm like, oh, she actually is like a real fucking artist and actually is not like all that weird poppy shit that's being made, like she's making it.
Yeah.
Like, there's not some fucking weird company driving her.
Yeah, that's like the good
Marketing.
difference between... Like, I don't like Lady Gaga, but like I prefer her over Britney Spears, for example, only because I know Britney Spears doesn't write any of her stuff.
No.
I don't think. And then, but at least Lady Gaga writes her own shit, and she can play the piano, so that's cool, I guess. But
And she's not too bad to look at.
Justin Bieber did an awesome, well, not awesome and like a hilarious, like that. I can't believe he did that way. Christmas song with Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
And he raps and he sings. And it's that one that's like pum 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 pum. That song.
Yeah.
Was it Drummer Boy? I don't know. Yeah, something like that. And at first it's like really corny and cheesy, but then he like starts to rap, and then Busta goes in. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this went from lame to cool just because like Busta was there. I'm like,
Fuck.
yeah. But
Well, let's see. I have a friend who popped up on the Facebook chat here. Everybody, there's a party tonight.
yeah. Oh yeah, is that the one we're playing some songs at?
We can play some songs
Cool.
if we want. We can play like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So
he letting
my
me
friend
spin
Mike
too?
is like, when is the party tonight, man? Can I come have some free drinks?
Am I spinning too?
Anytime.
I brought my gear anyway.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me
Sweet.
grab it. I can show everyone the hilarious little gadget that I use to do my parties.
I was looking at some
'Cause,
hilarious little gadgets
you know,
over at
I
Music
produce,
Stop.
but I I have the DJ title. I gotta actually DJ, which I do. But pretty much just our frat parties, but they're huge. Anyway, this is funny because it's just so small. But yeah, if I spin tonight, this will probably be what I'll be spinning on.
Crazy.
Maybe. But it's tiny and light,
Crazy.
and it gets the job done.
Hey, man, you don't need to carry a fuckload of shit with you anymore. Just
Yeah.
be cool, right?
Exactly. Like,
Oh,
to me, it's about the end result, what comes out of the speakers, not really how you do it. I mean, if I had Serato, I'd definitely be using my turntables, but
right.
I usually just use them to listen to records nowadays. Oh well.
Nothing wrong with listening to records.
Once I get some Skrilla, I'll drop $900 on Serato or something.
I'm from back in the
So
day when
expensive.
we used to play. We used to have to always, each one of us would be carrying like fucking Tech 12s and mixers and speakers and crates of fucking, like 3 crates of records, lug that shit in everywhere,
Yeah.
man. And it was always like, a burden of shit.
Yeah.
Because like right after the show, man, you just want to fucking party. Like,
Yeah,
you want to
but
fucking
you
go
have, like-
backstage and party and not worry about any shit.
We have
and just, like,
$1,000 worth of
woo.
equipment, like several $1,000s, and like probably a few $1,000s in records because they're expensive and rare, and like you frig.
Yeah. And that's how it used to be. Now it's just like thumb drive.
Yeah,
fucking
I can just stick
laptop.
this in my book bag or like, hook it to something even. No one's gonna steal this thing, but like,
Hook it into something. Fuck. Yeah, I gotta get some weird shit like that on the go, man. I'd like
Yeah.
to get some more little gadgets in here, things that I can spin around with.
yeah. My the other DJ, like I co-DJ with the guy. He's a little older, but he's like 30 something, 36. Anyway, but he doesn't seem 30. Anyway, my point is he DJs with me. He just recently got a Newmark, not Newmark, Native Instruments S2 console. Look that up. It's sick. And I'm kind of jealous of that. But we both. What's cool about like these digital consoles is they usually have a lot of inputs and outputs because they know that you want to connect everything together. So
Yeah.
we just connect them both to the sound, and we just switch over every like half an hour or so. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man. All right. So that's the present. That's everything in the past and the present. What is in the future, man?
In the future.
In the future.
Well,
Where does your mind project to?
yeah. Well, there'll be a second Dirty Intuition album, even though the first one's not. Well, is it out? Kinda.
It's out. It'll be
On the
online.
internet,
Latte
yeah.
D Kid just got her papers yesterday.
Yeah.
So she'll be signing that shit and mailing that off.
All right, so
So
it'll be
that'll-
online soon, and then we'll have
Online
the
soon.
spindle soon. So we'll have
iTunes.
the actual physical
That's right.
product
Physical
soon.
copies. It's all coming together.
But it's all finished, and we've even started working on the second album. So I'll be producing a lot for that.
I gotta get off
And,
my ass and start writing some shit.
Yeah.
Winter's coming though, man. There's
But
not
once
gonna
you
be fuck all to
get
do.
in that start writing groove, you won't stop because I know you always like, man, I have new idea for this song. And you're like, oh shit, I just finished that, but that's awesome.
I know. I always blow up. I'm always like, yo, man, here's another song. Next day, here's another song. Next day, here's another song, man. And it's like, it's not only written, it's like fucking recorded too.
Yeah.
Because like when I write some shit and I like it, I will stay up till like 5 in the fucking morning until it's
Yeah.
perfect, man.
That's
And I
another
won't
thing.
quit.
Other artists might say, yeah, I'm gonna write to this. 3 weeks later, they're like, yeah, I still haven't started yet. I'm like, god damn it, But usually into it's like write, record, send.
Well, I listen
And
to
I'm
shit
like, okay.
over and over. Like every day, I listen to like all the open beats that we
Yeah.
have right now, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I got a little, So it's like letting it marinate. Some people call it procrastinate. I call it marinate.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit there and percolate.
Yeah, and then
Fucking
you realize
marinate.
what lines are cool and what lines are lame.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Or words, that word doesn't work there. I've tried to write a bit of raps, but I can never write this cool stuff that goes through my mind when I'm listening to a beat. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I just go write it down. I'm like, what did I think about? What was that? And then like, oh, try to write something down. I'm like, that doesn't even rhyme.
Yo, man, that's why you need a fucking little dictaphone machine.
Yeah.
Like, I need the same shit too. Like, carry that shit around me all day.
Yeah.
Or have like a film crew follow me around. That would be cool too, because like funny shit happens so much.
Yeah.
But all the cool little things that come through my mind, I just be like, I used to have one, and I don't know what happened to it. But it's just like a little thing goes in your pocket. It's like, I don't know. It was like the size of this blade. And that was it. And you just be like, blick, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. Something.
I had one of
ideas
those,
and
but
shit.
it was plastic and it broke.
Yeah, I get another one. That shit is bomb.
Yeah.
And you come home, you got all my ideas from the day.
Yeah.
I didn't lose any one of them.
Cell phones can do that, I guess.
Yeah, new iPhones and all that shit. But still, you gotta still click into something.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just like, go.
Wouldn't it be cool
Hit
if you
the
could
fucking
like
record button.
have a reel-to-reel player, but like shrunk to a miniature size with a shrinking gun?
Do you know what they make, man?
That'd
They
be
make these
gangster.
little recording devices. They've got like they've got like terabytes on them and thousands of gigs and shit on them.
Yeah.
And they also have condenser mic attached to them. So like the studio mic, like what you're talking to right now.
Yeah.
And that'll be in there. And you just fucking set it on the table. And we would do this podcast by just like setting it in the middle of the room. And it would take everything in.
Yeah.
And it records that shit crystal fucking clear too.
Yeah.
I've looked at them at Long and McQuaid just a couple days ago.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, but they've got some shit there. Microphones for like $4,000.
Oh yeah.
I was like, woo.
Microphones are really expensive.
Someday. I mean,
But,
having a microphone for $4,000, you want to have like a solid fucking studio too. Like,
Yeah.
you want to have your shit like soundproofed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Definitely. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, producing for Intuit, for Dirty Intuition, and I also want to I do definitely want to start some really cool drum and bass tracks, like liquid jazzy drum and bass.
Mm-hmm.
But ones that I really put a lot of time into and not just do it all in one go. Because sometimes my hip hop beats, I can finish it in a few hours just from start to end. I don't take a break or anything. I just go and do it. And then other times I'll, intricate drum and bass track, I'll have to spend weeks on it maybe. But that's what I want to do, is spend weeks on one track and just get it perfect.
Yeah.
I also want to do some outside the box dubstep. A lot of stuff's been done before and so well that I don't even feel like touching it.
Yeah.
But there's other things other ways you can explore and cross genres and stuff like that. Definitely want to do that.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I want to do I want to do some kind of drum and bass, but mostly jazz, almost like elevator music. If you hear elevator music, but with a kind of a light drum and bass beat over it. I hear that all the time where I work.
It was 20 minutes long, and it was just this crazy, weird change up, and it had organic noises like rainstorms, and then the rainstorm ended. Then it went into this early spring, just after the rainfall. You could hear
that stuff's awesome.
Crickets and shit coming out, and then it
But
turned
it has
into nighttime.
what kind of beat did it have?
And then it had a drum and bass kind of beats.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just almost like a something you'd hear in a free jazz drum session, but sped up almost into a drum and bass tempo. I hear that stuff at work all the time. I'm like, man, this is awesome. I'm grooving out, and people are I'm yeah, I love elevator music.
You must ride elevators a lot. You're the guy who hits all the buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, for everybody just joining us, we're talking with DJ Dirty Dane, the other half of Dirty Intuition. Today currently is Friday, December 9th, 2011. We're up to 5:23 p.m. And now we're going to move into my favorite section of this show, the news.
Yeah.
The news. And this is where Mr. X comes in. He's going to have all kinds of weird shit to say about this. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Mr. X is brewing with ideas right now.
Yeah. We're all brewing with the fucking doobs that we smoked earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Those are good ones. So, first on the motherfucking list, volcanoes are shrinking. Okay, this is pretty crazy. There's a whole line of volcanoes that come off of New Zealand, and there's along the tectonic plates, and there's this trench of underwater volcanoes, okay, in the ocean. And every year they motherfuckers sink from like roughly from like 8 to 10 centimeters into the ground. And so they're creating this trench that's going down in the ocean into the ground. And the fucked up part is that it's so fucking big now you could fit Mount Everest inside one of these trenches.
Holy shit.
That's right. And so here's the other fucked up part, man, that they don't even really fucking talk about in this article, and I don't know why they didn't, because we have this problem where the ice caps are melting. And so everyone's worried, like, oh, even 1 millimeter would, like, flood Nova Scotia, you know, if the oceans rose a millimeter. Like, we're fucked over here. Yeah. But because these big fucking trenches are, like, going in, what's going in there? Water's fucking going in. And so it's keeping our fucking levels even right now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's Earth, Mother Nature.
That's why we are not signing the motherfucking Kyoto fucking report shit
fuck
again.
Kyoto, man.
Like, fuck, man.
Well, we refused it the first time because we're like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm pretty sure it was at the States. The States refused it.
There's a couple big
we
places
should have, because it was dumb.
It. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm not, like, against green policies or anything, but, like, it was, like, one of those weird, like, this doesn't make sense or is even feasible kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a way of just putting in a bunch more programs and administrative fucking fees and shit, you know. But the fucked up part is that humans believe that we fucking did everything. They're like, oh, we did this to the Earth. We did fucking everything. And look, look at the signs. Like, since humans have been here, and like, it's like bull fucking shit, man. This Earth has been changing for who the fuck knows how long. We don't even know.
We had, like, several ice ages, and, like, in between those ice ages were probably, like, the exact opposite. Exactly. At least we're not having ice ages. Like, Jesus, it could be worse.
That's right. That's right. Ice ages coming.
People are freaking out. And they're like...
But I believe that we're just so, like, arrogantly conceited as humans to believe that we could do all this damage ourselves. Like,
we definitely don't help.
Yeah, we did a little bit, man. But, like, come on. We're not causing fucking earthquakes and volcanoes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, someone was... a friend... Or not a friend of mine. Someone I know is, like, on Facebook saying, like, oh, something about global warming and hurricanes. There being a lot of hurricanes this year. And I was just like, really? Or they're, like, talking about, like, the earthquake in Japan. They're like, oh, my God, global warming. Or, like, you know, we're fucking the earth up. This is all our fault.
We have the same amount of hurricanes every year.
Like, we can't affect the tectonic plates. That shit's way beyond our control.
Wind is caused by, like, the spinning of the fucking earth. Like, it's not caused by people going, like, or fucking smokestacks spitting out more fucking garbage.
Exactly.
Fuck Al Gore.
Yes. Yeah, fuck Al Gore.
Fuck him in his stupid ass.
He didn't win, and now he's blaming the earth or humans. He's like, I didn't get president.
I didn't get president.
But I'm gonna be.
I'm too smart to be president.
He's probably way more famous now because of the Inconvenient Truth movie than he ever would have been as vice president or whatever president.
I didn't even have to watch that movie, and I knew what it was about. I read the back cover, and I was like, oh yeah.
I watched it, and
I'm like, I don't need this motherfucker to convince me that I already believe a bunch of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. I guess that was for, like, all the non-believers who were like, oh, I trust in Al Gore. Like, let's watch this movie.
Yeah.
And then be, like, fucking blasted with a bunch of fucking information. They're like, wow.
Same people that watch Michael Moore movies and are just like, down with humans.
Well, the thing
USA sucks.
The thing about people who watch Michael Moore movies, they're already in that mindset to even rent a Michael Moore movie. Yeah. So it's like, he's kind of preaching to the choir, I find. Oh, yeah. He's not saying that shit to the right people. He's just, like, saying it to the same old fucking people every time. If he made a new movie, people who know about him are not going to go watch that shit. And people who know and like him are going to go watch that shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of unfortunate for him that he can't get his message out to, like, the right people.
Oh, it's probably fortunate for him because he makes all the money. He looks like everyone loves him because everyone to him are the people that he surrounds himself with. Yeah. The same types. Yeah. You know.
Fucker.
Anyway.
This is another story, man. Lost Da Vinci fucking painting. This guy painted what's called his greatest work ever. And then there was some kind of issue or conflict, and he got fired from the job. It's in some fucking church somewhere. And what does it say here? Art experts, historians, the battle. Okay, so this other guy was hired, Giorgio Vasari, to paint over top of Da Vinci's photo. And he was like, I can't do it. He's like, it's the fucking Da Vinci. So he had a bunch of layers of bricks added on top of the wall, so it's like a false wall, and then he did his painting on top of that. Yeah. So he thought someday they could tear his piece of shit down and have the Da Vinci one under there. And so this has always been like a kind of an idea. And now they've gone and taken like bad spots of the paintings and drilled little holes through it and put a little snake light in. And what the results came back with was that, yes, there was like organic pigment color in there. So now they're kind of like, yeah, we want to tear this fucking wall down and get the Da Vinci out, man. Huh. But like all these famous art historians are like all up in a tough. They're like, you can't do that. You're ruining this new fresco and shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Some old shit that's been there 1,000 fucking years. Tear that shit down. Let's see what's behind it.
Yeah. Why can't they get both? Like,
why can't they like?
Can't they drill like or make like a cut and then like separate them?
I don't know, man. We can drop fucking buildings in the middle of New York, like controlled fucking explosions and shit, but they can't get a fucking painting off the wall. Like, come on. Yeah. Come on. There must be a way to do this. Yeah. Let's get both of them and then put them in the same room next to each other. Ninjas. You know. But if we can't, like, people are just worried. They're like, you got to stop drilling through this thing. You're ruining it. But they assured them that they're drilling through spots that are just totally fucking ruined already. Interesting shit. Mm-hmm. All of these links are posted on the video right below us here, so you guys can all follow along. People at home.
Word.
Next up. Yeah, ski helmets to be mandatory in Nova Scotia.
I thought they already were.
This is fucked up, man. I am not going skiing if I have to wear a fucking helmet.
Really?
Yeah, really. Like, I don't wear helmets.
Oh, yeah, that's bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit. Yeah.
I guess it's different for me because when I snowboard, I go really fucking fast and I go off jumps and shit. And, like, if I didn't have a snowboard, I definitely would be fucked up by now because I've ate shit before. And helmets, they surprisingly do a lot. Yeah. They, like, it's not so much like when you eat shit with your face, it kind of just helps, like, keep it there. It adds some weight. I don't know. You know, it keeps from like fucking going around and shit. Yeah. But I mean, if you fall back or something,
hit your head on a fucking rock.
But if you're just like casually going down, I can see why that would kind of upset you. But it's once you get used to it, it's not that bad.
And it's strange, man. These helmet laws are only in the Maritimes. Like, they're not anywhere else in fucking Canada. They don't do this shit. Like, they're not like. I was once skateboarding down Cogswell Street. And I'm just like fucking cruising along, and there's two fucking cops on the beat walking, and I'm just like, you know that street in front of the Palace, right in front of the Commons. I'm fucking cruising along there. I think I had headphones in too, and then these two cops, they just fucking stop, and they're like, "Excuse me," and I just like stopped. I was like, "Arr!" I'm like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" All friendly and shit. I had no fucking clue what they wanted. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, what do you mean what I'm doing? I'm like, I'm fucking skateboarding home, man. They're like, where are you from? I'm like, came here from New Brunswick, and I don't know. They're like, well, I believe you have the same laws over in New Brunswick that you have to wear a helmet when you skateboard. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And they're like, no, we're not fucking kidding you. And watch your language. And that's it. You're not gonna skateboard anymore. I was like, all right, I'll get a helmet then. And I hop back on the board and I start going. And they're like, hey! Excuse me. He's like, you pick that up and you walk. And I was like, holy shit, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And that's why I don't like the police.
And I walk, man. But that's like the only time I've ever been harassed. I guess maybe on my bike before, back when I was a really little kid, when the helmet laws came in. It all came about because we have the IWK Children's Hospital, and they raised a bunch of money. And they put this fucking policy in act, and they made it law, man. They are the ones.
Well, for children, it makes sense.
For children, yeah. But they're the ones who
said,
as
an adult, it's really your own business.
It is your own. It's like wearing a seatbelt, man. Like,
that being said, though, most most hills do have a private policy, like not a government policy, but there's usually a policy you have to. Well, no, I guess there isn't really.
Some of them are making you do these tests, though. Now you can't just buy a ticket and jump on a hill. You got to prove to someone that you can actually fucking ski or snowboard. Yeah, a lot of places are doing that.
Yeah, maybe. I just, to me, it would be better if the ski hill had the policy and not necessarily a law. There doesn't really need to be a law. Just a lot of bureaucracy and just, like, what are you going to do? Like, bring the cops onto the hill and, like, arrest you because you don't have a helmet on? Yeah. Like, come on. This is really unenforceable. It's just one of those things to, like, deter people that doesn't really help. Like, the driving the cell phone. Well, I guess that I've actually gotten a ticket for that. But I guess most of the time, though, laws like that or, like, the seatbelt law, like, 9 out of 10 times you're not going to get caught if you break the law on one of those. It's just to like the chance that you will that makes people put it on sometimes. Same with the helmet. So it could help people. It could help with injuries, but I don't really think it will. It could, but I don't know. Anyway,
it's not gonna. Well, people are gonna be showing up without helmets, and they're gonna
it's gonna be.
You're not on the hill, and it's gonna be like.
You're not gonna tell some.
Buy one of our $500 helmets from the store.
You're not gonna tell some 50-year-old guy that's never worn a helmet in his life to all of a sudden start wearing a helmet when he's skied like a hill 1,000 couple $100,000.
And our hills around here are fucking puny little pieces of shit,
They're
man.
weak sauce.
After being to Mont Tremblant in Quebec, fuck these little tiny bumps.
Oh yeah.
Like Poly Mountain, Poly Hill.
Poly Mountain's
Bump.
not that bad.
I grew up on Poly Mountain.
It's better
That's
than
why I hate it.
It's better than Martok.
Better than Martok?
Oh yeah. Martok's tiny. Wentworth and Poly are kind of the same-ish.
Wentworth is a little too fucking steep in some places, man. Where
No
it's
way.
Too fucking icy and
Oh,
weird.
steepness is the best.
Yeah, I don't
Danger
know. I don't like
and-
the drops, man. I like a fucking...
If it's the more dangerous
Some
it is, the more I like it. For sure.
We hit up some fucking double black diamonds at Mont Tremblant.
Really?
They were fine.
Really?
Yeah, they were fine.
Oh.
There's some though that were like 90-degree drops though,
Yeah.
on the triple
those
black
scare the
diamond.
shit out of me.
90-degree drop. You're just like, I'm just falling through the fucking air. Hopefully there's some powder down there. Catch me. Poof. Do not go down that shit, man.
Yeah.
And this is why I started working out too, because of this ski trip that we went on. There was like 16 of us rented a cabin.
Yeah.
It was like $1 million cabin on a lake, and it was crazy. They were like very sporty, athletic volleyball team kind of people, and we went there, and I was like, this girl is a personal trainer that I know, and I was like, I need to fucking get fit because I don't want to fall behind all these like athletes, man. I don't want to be the little bitch crying halfway down the hill, like my legs hurt, I got cramps. She's like, oh yeah, we'll do some fucking workouts. So I worked out for like 2 months straight, like daily, and then Juicy McQueen, and then Juicy McQueen is the my trainer in Ottawa, who does not want her real name on this show or to be associated with anything that we do here. So kind of made her up that nickname, Juicy McQueen.
I get you.
So yeah, after that was done, I just kept working out. I was like, might as well keep going. But yeah, I hit the hill, man. I was able to keep up with everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. Loved it. And I wouldn't have done that if I had to wear a fucking helmet or rent a helmet. That's fucking gross. That's like getting
Renting helmets are gross. Yeah, that's
you have to wear like a weird hairnet or something.
They don't even give you like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
what's on the next?
I don't even like renting boots and shit. When
Oh shit.
Here's some gross shit, man. Here's some gross fucking shit. Placenta pill service offered for Prince Edward Island. Placenta pill. Placenta.
That's disgusting.
Placenta.
Pills made from their afterbirth
Placenta.
for them to take
Placenta.
when their
That's
babies
right.
are born.
Well, here's the thing, man. This is the shit that stops against postpartum depression. Stops because dogs do it. They have a litter of babies and they lick off the placenta. It has these nutrients and shit in it that stops you from losing your fucking mind and eating your babies.
Yeah.
That's what stops them is that fucking placenta. If they didn't eat that placenta, they might eat the fucking babies. And a lot of dogs that don't eat the placenta and do eat the fucking babies. I had a dog try to eat one of her babies once.
Yeah.
And we are just like, no, get that fucking baby away. And like her whole life, she hated that baby and wanted to eat it all the time. Even when it got bigger, she fucking hated it. It was the outcast. It was weird. Like she had picked it as like, I guess the weakest maybe. Maybe there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
And she was just like, went to like fucking bite it like, and like really chow down on it. And we're like, no, fucking
Jeez.
snapped her fucking ass and Christ. Yeah, it was weird. So they're kind of doing that for humans too. And they're like, humans are the only animal that don't eat their own placenta after. So they're kind of trying to make it into like a more acceptable form and like a little pill that you just take every day. I mean,
That's so weird though. Like, can't you get the
But it has
same
to
shit
be-
in a different version, like a
no,
different?
it has to be made from the mother's own placenta that she delivered.
But then, how does she do it if just?
This woman, here's the issue. This is why it's in the news. Because hospitals are going, no, you're not allowed to take that placenta. For any fucking reason can you have that. And now
straight.
the women are starting to say, well, it's my placenta. I made that and I squirted that shit out. I fucking want it. I own it. I made it. It's mine. And the hospitals are going, no, you can't have it. It's like, it's some shit that we got to dispose of.
Yeah.
And then this girl here who's making the placenta pills is the one who's kind of like fighting all these laws and shit now, trying to like make it like okay for women to take their placenta and do whatever the fuck they want with it. And that's kind of where they're at right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all.
I'm usually for like personal freedom, but this is one of those things where I'd agree with the hospital. Like, that's gross.
Well, the hospital side, it's not even about being gross. It's about health and safety reasons. It's like they don't know how healthy that mother actually was. Like what other things are coming out in the placenta, they don't know. It hasn't been tested or anything like that. So like what you're saying is probably better. Like find those nutrients somewhere else. Like they have a list here. They're like
Swallow.
Like, just
probably
after you have the kid,
vitamins, vitamin
smoke
B.
mad amounts of weed, and you
iron.
probably won't be as depressed.
There you
I
go.
can guarantee it.
There you
You won't. You know what I mean? You still like might want to kill yourself, but at least you'll be high.
go.
Suck a dick.
Fucking gross.
Me?
No.
Her.
Her?
Yeah, that's good vitamins, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of protein. So not.
This is fucking hilarious. Waldo the bull. Where is Waldo? It's a fucking bull, and it's lost in Connecticut since July. Since July, this fucking bull has been roaming free, and people have been trying to capture this motherfucker, and they see him once in a while, and they try and catch him, and they can't catch him because they're not fucking bull
He's a
catchers.
nomad bull.
Nomadic bull just running around. Weird shit. Like, who the
Man,
fuck?
he's probably just loking it. You know, minding his own business. Some motherfucker tries to capture him. Man, leave that shit alone. If he's not harming anybody.
That's right.
If there's no bull attack.
Yeah, but
you know,
imagine how many red cars he's attacking. Everyone
but
traded in their red car for a
that stuff
blue
would
car.
be like in the news. You know, if we haven't like heard of it, he's probably pretty good at evading.
Yeah.
And he's probably just chilling.
Yeah, he's hiding in dumpsters or some shit. What
That's
the
fine.
fuck does a bull eat
Is it in the
anyways?
city or just like is it in the country? Like,
Well, I think Connecticut is a lot
Connecticut's
bigger
a
than we
state, right?
fucking know. Connecticut is...
Milford.
Officials in Milford, Connecticut.
Milford.
Small coastal town on Long Island shore. Are mobilizing once again in their attempts to corral a 700-pound bull. Da, 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 da. I have to give the net password.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's like similar. That's the one that it kind of looks like. Our internet password is... I hope that's it. All right, next up. How sex magazines made the world a better place. We don't even have to fucking read this, I don't think, man.
Oh, yeah.
For one, stop motherfuckers from raping chicks because they can just fucking look at nudie magazines at home.
Yeah.
Stop motherfuckers from going out and just grabbing women and clubbing them and dragging them home. It just stopped all kinds of shit, man. Like,
And like, yeah.
Fuck.
Now we have the internet, which is even better.
oh yeah, and I mean, the internet has probably fucking killed magazines. Like, I don't understand why we have them very much. Like, I don't know anyone who buys a magazine. We've got a couple in the. Oh yeah, there is a 6-9 at the end of that. Maybe. This is what I get for leaving my fucking cell phone on during the show. Have to answer that
Way
shit.
to go.
Have to answer it and be a rude motherfucker. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. I think they made the world. I remember being a little kid, man, and my friends were like, when I say little kid, I'm talking like 7 or 8 years old, when you would have like little tree forts, when you would like hang out with like a little crew of kids on your street, and everybody would hang out and build these little forts. This one kid came over, he's like, I found fucking nudie magazines over in the fucking woods. We're like, no way. And we went over there, and yeah, sure enough. Now, back then, man, there was no such thing as like showing like a dick or a dick going inside a vag. And even in porn, they didn't even show that kind of shit. They always wore condoms. And it was just like, okay, there's some fucking snatches. That looks gross. There's another girl with a snatch. It was all Playboy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and Playboy doesn't like... Playboy's always like very tasteful and like from the side angles and shit.
Yeah.
Like Playboy doesn't get fucking raunchy and get right in there fucking opening their snatches up and like putting beer bottles and watermelons and fists. I actually know a guy who fists, man.
Really?
Yeah. Well, his name is Random. Okay, and they called him Random because he was a roommate's guy that she randomly fucking picked up on the strip one night. So she just like, hey, come on with me. Brought him home, fucked him. Little did she know he lived next door. Little did she know he would be over like every fucking day hanging out like a lost puppy with his eyes looking up like, have some more sex, please. Well, she's like fucking other dudes upstairs. And he's just like, oh, I get it now. So it took like a long time, and we finally explained, we're like, dude, like, it's not gonna happen again, buddy. Like, but he had this nickname Random forever. Like, he kept hanging out, and he eventually became my weed dealer. Random the weed dealer. So this guy liked to date cougs. He was all into the cougs, okay?
Yeah.
And he would go to this cougar bar where he would, there was a fish bar. It was like a fish market kind of bar. And I don't know where the fuck, I don't know. I guess women and fish, aphrodisiacs and everything. You include all this shit in one fucking room. So you kind of go in and you sit there and you're like, yeah, I'll have the shrimp order. And you sit there and you eat your shrimp, and then there's like a bunch of older women right next to you, and you just fucking talk to them like, oh, hey ladies, what's up? And they go there.
Really smelling though.
They go there knowing that a bunch of young guys are going there looking for older women.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fucking cougar bar.
Yeah.
it's an unsaid cougar bar. Like, it doesn't say it. It's not printed anywhere. It's just known. That just is the place to go. Yeah. Which is pretty fucking crazy, though. Like, I mean, shellfish and women. Like, ooh,
that's funny.
Let's do it. So this guy got, because dating older women who had kids and shit, he started thinking, like, I'm going to fist some chicks. And then I'm like, some chicks, plural? Like, you fist more than one girl in this fucking city, man? Like, there's more than one woman who let you fucking do that? He's like, oh, yeah, you have no idea. And I guess there's a method and everything. And he was explaining how, like, you go in, like this at first with your hand like that, and it, like, goes right in. And then on its way in, it curls and makes a fist. And then you get your fucking arm going like this. Bam, 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 bam. And then to pull it out again, you like that. Just a little bit, just to get it out. But that's how you fucking fist someone. And now, because of that, I've invented a new dance move.
Really?
Yeah, I call it fist it to the max. And I fucking walk along going like this. Ooh, yeah. And you gotta twist a little bit. And if you want to really fist it to the max, you can like, woo, woo. That's like the fucking second way to do it.
Double fisting.
Fisting everything. One in the ass, one in the fucking pink. Bam, 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 bam. Pound it yourself. Give yourself pounds. Through that fucking membrane of skin.
Oh, Jesus.
Bitch. Holy shit. Told you we go deep on this show. We go the deepest. That's it for sex magazines, man. Yeah, Earth 2.0. They found it. What? Finally found it, man. Earth 2.0. Astronomers have confirmed the existence of an Earth-like planet in the habitable zone around a star not unlike our own. Now here's the fucked up part, and I wrote it down because it's a big fucking number. This shit is so far away. Where does it say? Yeah, it's... Okay, 1 light year equals approximately 9 billion kilometers. So it's 9 billion kilometers times 600. That's how far this planet is.
That's crazy.
And so basically what a light year is the time that it takes when you flick the light switch and how long it takes from that energy to run through the line and make your light come on. That's kind of like the speed of light. Like light on, light off. Light on, light off. It's like fucking instant. Like it's such a small number, it's hard to fucking measure, right? And so that's like, if you go that fast, speed of light, for a whole year, that is like 1 light year, which is 9 billion kilometers.
So we'd never be able to get there ever.
Well,
unless
I guess
we have light speed like in fucking Star Trek.
I don't think it's even going to be a light speed, man. I think we're going to get into some other weird shit where like it's going to be more like we're going to find a way to take like our fucking life energy that is us, and it's going to come out of our fucking bodies, and our bodies will drop dead to the fucking ground and maybe be a zombie or some shit. And we'll have like some weird fiber optic system set up where we send that fucking the life spark that's within us through the fucking fiber optic to some other fucking planet where we'll fucking go into some other body, some other fucking thing. I don't know how the fuck that's going to happen.
I don't know.
That's the only way I can see it working, man. To get that far away, like our bodies would never be able to travel that fast through that much space.
We never have the technology to do that anyway.
With the
well, not for
we don't have any of the technology to do any of the shit we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's crazy that they can even fucking see that far away. To see a fucking planet over there and be like, oh yeah, it has water on it and air and shit, but like. Imagine what fucking things live on it, man, already. Yeah. Like, if we're living here, there's some shit already on there. Like, maybe they're in the fucking dinosaur stage over there. Yeah. Maybe they're in, like, a weird hybrid of dinosaur and futuristic shit.
They don't have anything that looks like ours.
Or maybe they're fucking looking at us, too, going like, oh, look, there's our fucking extra planet that we're going to live on.
Yeah.
And we fucking meet each other halfway. Hey.
Then they get here and
they get here,
no room.
Earth is fucking blown up and destroyed, and we get there, and their planet's fucking blown up and destroyed. We're just like, fuck, what did we do that for? What a waste of fucking...
fuel.
What a waste of 900 billion kilometers times 600.
Yeah.
And the last article, Guns N' Roses are now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Woo!
Nice.
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
It took them long enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of them only because I don't know.
I'm not a fan
of them. Axl Rose kind of ruined it.
I'm not a fan of them at all, man.
Like there's some good songs, but you know.
Yeah, songs from when
I'm
I
not
was
saying
like
they don't
fucking
deserve to be
5
in
years
there, but
old.
like, you know, they could have been like one of those bands that kept going, which would have been cool.
Could have kept going and going and
Axl
going
Rose
and going.
began or started to like be even more of a douchebag than he was, and Slash was like, "Fuck that," probably.
They had Slash on the roast of Charlie Sheen. Did you watch the roast
Yeah.
of Charlie Sheen? That was good.
That's crazy.
And I don't know, I found it a little bit weird that they had the guy kind of like, he was heckling everybody, but then he heckled Slash. And now the thing is that everybody else on the stage was mic'd and could actually fucking reply back to him.
Yeah.
And Slash was not mic'd and had no fucking way of ever like saying anything back to him, which was a little bit like, I found that the only strange thing about that whole show.
Yeah.
I would not give someone like the opportunity to make fun of someone else and not have them be able to defend themselves.
We probably didn't know he was gonna. They probably didn't know that he was gonna do that. But.
Yeah, all that shit was scripted, man. The whole shit. And they have like writers and everything that sit and write out all these jokes beforehand, and they rehearse it and everything. And Mike Tyson was funny though.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was funny.
Yeah.
I know he had a sense of humor. I did not know that at all. Fuck
Well,
man.
he was in The Hangover. He'd had to have a sense of humor to let himself down.
Yeah, I
Like-
kind of thought it was just like a paid thing. Like they paid him enough money, he'll do anything.
Well, yeah, maybe, but he's got enough money up the ass that he doesn't need to do that shit. He probably just did it for fun. Maybe. Or maybe he ran out of money. Who knows?
The next section of the show, we're going to do some, maybe not today. I'm going to probably end the show here pretty soon. Prank calls. We're going to do cosmic calls. And I keep talking about this every episode, and we'll get there. We might do it tonight. I'm going to try and, after this house party, have a bunch of people come back, and we'll do a little after show.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get into the fucking cosmic calls, man. This is where we call up businesses in town and ask them about their products and how cosmic they are. So, for example, like I called the cab company and I said, "Yeah, and can you send me a cosmic cab?" And he was like, "What's a cosmic cab?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Ottawa, so we have cosmic cabs." And he kind of called me on my shit. He's like, "No, I'm from Ottawa. I just moved here like a couple days ago." He's like, "And I've been a dispatcher for 3 years. Never heard of a cosmic cab." So I was like, "Well, it's that fucking cab you get in, and it's like a rave party going on." He's like, "Oh, with the lights and shit?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I fucking made that up, man.
Yeah.
And he chimes in. He's like, "Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean now." He's like, "No, we don't have those in Halifax." I was like, "What the fuck?" So I'm gonna. We did some other calls to different places that we were actually going to. So like, I don't know, maybe we'll order a pizza from Tony's and we'll get like a cosmic pizza.
See what they come up with.
We'll see how cosmic they can make it, and if they can fucking get it here. Tony's Pizza. We're 2 blocks away. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's Pizza takes an hour every fucking time to deliver that shit, and it's always cold.
Yeah.
Every time, no matter what. I feel like they do it on purpose because they're like, "Fuck you, assholes. You guys are 2 blocks away. I'm delivering your shit last.
Yeah.
You fucking dick, making me do all this."
Probably.
But it's
just
like
walk
at the,
over.
But at the same time, we're paying for that service. You pay extra for delivery. It's not free, man. So it's
Yeah.
like, fuck you. You don't fucking get mad that someone nearby, like that's an easy stop, man.
Yeah.
That should be the first stop on your fucking list. Like you get at Tony's Pizza, I'm going 2 blocks away, drop that shit off, then go do all your other shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work there though. You never know. Might have weird management or something, or weird policies in place.
Yeah.
Businesses are fucking weird in Canada. Businesses are weird. There's just weirdness all the time. Can't even explain the weirdness, man.
I'm used to the weirdness though.
Oh fuck. Even like, and the fact that you gotta like go and stand in a fucking box with like these same 5 people all day, every day, in these little shops and businesses and shit, and it's just so fucking boring. And then you gotta like put up with these people's bullshit for like 5 to 9 hours a day. What the fuck kind of a world is that, man?
Yeah.
And then fucking go home. You got like 4 hours to yourself, and then it's bedtime. Like shit. What the fuck kind of a life is that? I think we need like double the pay and half the fucking hours, man. Because ultimately, these companies are gouging us of our fucking wages. If you added up the percentages of what they fucking make off of us, it does not equal the measly little bit of pay that we get. If you think about like all the millions
they
of
put
dollars
all that
are
money
made,
back into the company so that it grows.
not always though, man.
Creates
A
more
lot
jobs,
of
you know what I'm
profit
saying?
fucking just fucking sits in an account somewhere, and that's fucking bullshit. There should be
Yeah.
like profit shares for individuals.
But I mean,
for
everything's done for a
employees,
reason. They don't just hoard money for no reason.
No, but-
like, oh, we're evil. They do it to like either give it to the executives, which
Right.
they probably don't need as much, which I agree on that, or they put it back into the company. It doesn't really get touched by anybody. Like, you know, that's what a lot of profit is there for, just to go back and keep it going.
Yeah.
'Cause it keeps-
Well, it's kind of the point of a business. To make
I mean, yeah,
money, right?
there
To
could
make-
be higher wages in certain areas, definitely, but
But if the company is just gonna like hoard its funds away, it's like that should not be allowed to just like keep hoarding your shit away. Now your bank's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's the same little fucking box storefront out front. Yeah. Like let's look at like pro skates for example. Those motherfuckers get minimum wage, man, and that's it. And minimum wage is like $10 an hour in fucking Halifax.
They probably don't make a whole lot of money though.
And then but look at the clothes in there, like all the skater clothes and all that shit. Like that shit's fucking crazy etnies for like $300-$400 for a pair of fucking shoes. Like the markup on pretty much all of retail is 400%. Yeah. So if you look at all the extra fucking money these companies are making off of that shit, it's fucking retarded that they can't pay their employees a little bit more. Like at least pay these motherfuckers $16 an hour and watch the fucking sales just soar through the fucking sky, man. Everywhere should like definitely increase wages.
The sales would increase if it was based on commission, but if you're just making more per hour, it really doesn't matter if you sell more or not.
More per hour, but I'm also saying like cut the hours in half.
Yeah.
So that have like I don't know how.
I just think that companies would end up going bankrupt if we did that.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Because they'd have to like not be open on some days. I just think it would open up jobs for other people.
It would just they'd have to spend way too much money on employees. So like employees are important, but a lot of the time you don't even need them really. Like that's why the internet's there. You know, you don't need employees for the internet. You can make tons of money. So.
Yeah. But but for example, I'm looking at like the pro skates kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Like an actual place that you go to where there's like we went there the other day and there's like 5 employees at once in just this one little downstairs room, and then this is the one in Quinpool, and then upstairs there's a whole other like skate shop upstairs and shit. And they had like 3 or 4 employees there. So I'm like, do they really need all these motherfuckers at the same time? Couldn't they like have this one fucking girl like
and pay her a little bit more
and pay her a little bit more, and then tomorrow she doesn't work?
In that situation, I totally agree.
So what will happen is that it'll kind of even out because she's not going to work tomorrow. She's going to work half the days. She's getting more money, but working half the days. So you know what I mean? It's all about having more life and having more free time.
But that being said, less people would have a job. You wouldn't have as many people.
She would have a job on those off days, but then now there's room for another person to come in on her days off. So now they're actually hiring double the people and paying them a little bit more, but their hours are less. So their quality of life goes up because now they have more time to actually fucking do shit. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like having time on my hands because, like I said,
I know people that would rather work and make money than not do anything. I like to have a balance, but some people are workaholics and they'd rather make money and not have free time.
People who are workaholics hate their family and hate their life, man. They fucking hate everything. Most of them
are just hard workers. They hate sitting still and they're like, there's something. A lot of them just sort of love the money, so, you know.
Money,
I don't know.
Well, I think the option should be there.
Yeah.
To make more. The truth. I smoke weed. Dane smokes weed. We all smoke weed. That's the fucking truth. Weed is awesome.
We should smoke weed right now.
We should smoke weed right now while we talk about it.
Yes.
Are you good at rolling, man?
Yeah.
Mr. X?
Oh, yeah.
All right. How about...
I'm better, though. I'm just joking.
Let's try out the motherfucking grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Ooh, yeah.
Bam.
We'll take that out.
Yep. It's good to have people from
Do you have any more papers?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
No, my book bag.
Oh.
Here is the nug. Here's the nug for our folks at home. A little bit of motherfucking grapefruit. Ooh, yeah. If you look up really close, let me just bring up what I'm doing here. Oh,
advertisement.
The focus is like garbage out here.
Focus.
Anyways, it has uber crystals on it. You guys can't see
Exhibit.
that. It is that.
What's that song by Exhibit? Concentrate. Concentrate.
I like the Pussy Pop song.
That's by Mystical.
What?
Oh,
yeah, Mystical and Exhibit.
Really?
Yeah, the Pussy Pop. Pop, pop, make it pop with the Pussy Pop.
Yeah.
You have like a textbook or something?
Go make your pussy pop. You can pop tizzle. Sorry.
I can't believe you
using my own lingo and my... I sound really white now.
I like to do a section called Bitch About It, but I haven't had anything to bitch about lately. Except for...
I have something to bitch about. People touching my records.
People touching your records?
Yeah,
getting the
piss
greasy
me off.
fingers.
It's like one thing I get really anal about is people touching my turntables, my records and stuff. Like, I hate it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
I've been having some troubles.
I couldn't live in an environment where I didn't have my shit locked. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm moving to a single room in January, because I have a roommate now, and I love my roommate, but the door's practically never locked. There's always people there. My room happens to be the known hangout room. Like, it just always ends up being the hangout room because it's right in the middle. It's nice and open. It has that cozy atmosphere. It's great, but it'd be awesome if we can make that into the living room and not have anybody live there, but that would make less money. So,
Hot damn.
But yeah, that's what I'm.
How's your basement coming along?
Oh, it's like done pretty much. You should see it. It's insane. Yeah, we have this like new bar. It's incredible. Like, it's hard to explain. Yeah, but there's all tiles on the floor. Yeah,
I've only seen the gross version.
Oh, really?
When there was no tiles on the floor.
Oh man, you would see. If you saw it now, you'd be like blown away. Everyone's like
partied for like 3 days or something, and I waded through beer bottles and passed out people and panties and shit, and G-strings everywhere. Fuck. You know what? Over at your house, I bet it's like that fucking show that I was showing you the other day. What was that show called?
Blue Mountain State.
Blue Mountain State. And I'm like, every time I watch that, I'm like, please let Dane's fucking.
It's like that show is like an exaggerated version of it. Like,
exaggerated.
Like, we don't actually have like a room dedicated to like group sex.
We used to.
But we would.
We used to.
Well, it's happened. Like, there's been group sex happenings in rooms, but it's not like we don't have like a room dedicated to like that show. That was like hilarious.
That show's a little.
There was like 20 people in there. We'd have more like 5, maybe 3. I don't know. I'm just joking, but yeah, no. There's some crazy ass shit that happens at the parties. Like, I witnessed a girl getting fingered on the dance floor.
Hey, there you
I've
go.
seen people
So that was interesting.
Fucking at the urinals.
Really? Yeah, fucking at the urinals because we have urinals downstairs. I've seen a girl peeing into a cone into the urinal.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's good.
Unless I'm pretty damn sure.
That's funny. They actually sell these things that we sold at a store I worked at before, at a
The
luggage store.
camping things.
These little P-mates, they're called. And they make plastic ones, but these ones were cardboard and disposable. And basically, it's like this little trough-looking thing, like a funnel. And then the girl kind of puts it like right in her crotch, and it gives her like this phallus thing to piss through.
Yeah.
So you can pee standing up. And it's great if you're like out on a boat. And the girls won't have to jump in the water to piss every time. Yeah. So they just fucking pee off the boat like the guys do.
When you see it in real life, it's fucking weird. Especially when you're like,
oh yeah.
You're like, you had to do a double take. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, we had them on the front shelf of the fucking cash. So like all these old women and shit coming up to like, I would like to buy a purse. And I was like, oh, is this real leather? I'm like, yeah, it's real leather, dear. Oh, what are these? I'm like, that's so you can pee standing up. And they're like, go on. What'll they make next? I can't believe it. Some people
blows people's minds.
Some people are angry about it and they're like, I don't like that on the counter. And then some people are like, are you fucking kidding me?
It is kind of weird.
And they would buy like 10 of them.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah, I piss outside all the time. Yeah. In Europe, the loo.
The loo.
Just go on fucking YouTube for a minute and look up the loo in Europe, and that is fucking disgusting. Sometimes.
Are you talking about the bidets?
No, I'm talking about the bathrooms everywhere throughout Europe, man. And there's even this guy, we watched a funny video about this guy from India who teaches you how to use the loo, okay? Because there's this thing, there's a cup and a bucket of water, and that's it. And there's no toilet paper. They don't use toilet paper.
No.
They don't agree with putting paper into the sewage system and the water and all that.
Yeah.
And so you hover over this fucking gross little trough fucking hole in the ground, like, and you hover over it, and like you drop your fucking shitload in there. You drop your shitload in. I'll get up here so people can see you. So you're like you drop your shit in, and then you take your fucking left hand, always the left hand, and you wipe your fucking ass with your hand. You clean it all off. And then at the same time, you're pouring this water like over your asshole, and it runs down your butt and over your hand.
It's like a ghetto bidet.
And it all goes in, and then you take another cup of water and wash your hand off, and there's a little bit of squirt soap over here, and wash the shit off your hand. Yeah. And then you take another cup of water and rinse out the whatever the fuck they call that, the lube.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fucking gross, man. Like, he didn't actually shit or anything on YouTube, but he got right in there, and like you can tell people have been shitting and pissing in that fucking hole for a long time. It's disgusting.
Speaking of shitting and pissing.
Yeah.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Go to the washroom? Sure, man.
Are we able to like edit this and like pause it and shit, or is this just a straight up live the whole way?
It's not live. We're gonna edit it a little bit.
Word.
I'm not gonna edit it.
Let's put the camera on you for this time. No, I'll be back in like.
No. I will talk about some other shit while you're going. I will. We'll get into our sponsors here. This show has been brought to you by WickedBad.net, home of the illest and the DFL 613. Don't forget to pick up your motherfucking membership cards. Click on the store link on my page, motherfuckers. Get your membership. It entitles you to a great deal of savings in life. So, for example, I don't know, you've just worked all week. It's Friday night, and you want to come home and play some motherfucking Xbox. And your wife is like, do the fucking dishes, and clean up the goddamn basement, and go outside and pile some fucking firewood, and I want you to lick my snatch after 2. And you're just like, you know what? Do you know how fucking hard I worked all goddamn week? Bitch. And you pull that shit out. Blam! Blam, son! Card has been pulled. Contact my union rep. I ain't doing shit. Doing shit all, man. I love having this. I keep it in my fucking wallet, man. Right on the first page, too. If anyone ever fucking harasses me about not doing shit, I'm fucking safe. I'm safe. Safety. Let's also talk about our sponsors. Other sponsors. Sponsoring podcasts all the way from the T-Dog, Big Specials House, hosted by my good friend and fam, Spesh K. Mixcloud.com/Big Specials House for the best Canadian hip-hop in the podcast world. Of course, I say the best, because it's my sponsor. In Montreal, check out a Wicked Bad member, Construct Dubstep. You can find him on wickedbad.net or j'aimeledubstep.com. And then head on over to ultrasoundcollective.ca for a fucking crazy mix of different genres and styles and amazingness. If you like fucking electronic music, you should fucking check out ultrasoundcollective.ca. And then head on over to our newest sponsor, riftriders.net. These motherfuckers are all about video games and making me laugh. I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, oh, maybe it's like some like weird nerdy guys talking about nerd shit that I don't understand. But no, I was fucking hooked and entertained the whole time. Yeah. So it's some crazy shit. Check it out, everybody. riftriders.net. We will be posting a banner ad for those guys.
Oh, fucking Rift Riders.
Rift Riders. We're currently speaking with DJ Dirty Dane from Dirty Intuition.
Yeah.
The dirty side. We went over the news. We've done fucking everything, man. Pretty much everything. One thing we didn't talk about, other than music and other than like entertaining, what are you into? Like, what kind of interests you in life?
Well,
smoking weed.
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed. I make beats. I don't know.
Yeah, but like other than music.
Well, I mean, I'm a member of a fraternity and I live there, so that takes up a lot of my life, and a lot of it just is involved with that. I mean, I live there, so it gets that takes up a lot of my time, just the shit that goes on. Just a lot of hanging out, really, but like, I don't know. Let's see.
Is it all for a good reason? Is it all for a good ends? Like you're making connections that you're gonna obviously have through over time.
Yeah, it's
that's always been my view of the whole university experience.
There's definitely tons of connections, like lifelong connections.
But solid connections too. Like you're gonna hook up with people who are gonna be like in government and in power and in
there's
and
all sorts of different people. It's really cool. Like there's just thousands of connections really if you think about it. Like there's there's several houses in Canada, so it's a national thing. So not only here, like, if I go to Toronto and I fuck up and I need a place to stay, or even if I don't fuck up, I just want to hang out with the Toronto boys. I'll go to the house, knock on the door. They let me in, like, hey, what's up? Like I don't even need to meet these people before in my life.
Right.
And so that's kind of cool.
So you show up and blam.
Yeah.
You're on the scene.
Exactly. So that's cool. I don't know, but mostly you just I don't know the bonds that you create from just being with these people for so long and like just hanging out. I don't know. It's weird. Like it's like just good bonds, good friendships. It's
cool. It's
a lot more organic. Than,
some good shit.
A lot of people think it's like, you know, in the movies, and sometimes it is, but you know, it's actually a good time. It's
Oh yeah.
pretty
It's
normal,
funny. When I went-
cool ass people. You know.
When I went to college, man, we went to.
Tastes so good.
It was in such a small town that there was no like hot chicks anywhere, and like the whole college experience, it was exactly like anything we fucking saw in any movie. It was exactly like that, and we couldn't fucking believe that it was really like that. We thought that like we're like no, movies are just fucking. And maybe it's because we were in the art side and we didn't really do a lot of work or homework, so we had the most free time out of everyone, and like a lot of like business students were just like home every night, grinding it, fucking nose to the books all night, every night. And a lot of people in like accountings and things like that and any kind of weird numbers kind of things. They were always home studying. But then like the whole artistic side of the college was like fucking party central, yo.
Yeah.
And it was exactly like in movies. Only this town didn't have any hot chicks. So that was the only thing that was missing was that it was just like, average, regular fucking girls from
Where's this
the
again?
Maritimes.
Ottawa?
No, this was in New Brunswick, in Woodstock, New Brunswick.
What's the...
Really?
Nothing's in Woodstock, man.
I didn't even know
my
they had
fucking
schools
point.
there.
That's my fucking point. Nothing's in Woodstock, and they put these places in fucked up nowhere's places, right?
Yeah.
Like so that you have nothing to do but study and work on your shit.
Yeah.
But for someone who doesn't have any fucking work to do because they did it all in like an hour because it's a fucking art project,
Yeah.
and it's interpretive, right? So it's like, oh, this is what I think. Done. See you later. I've got the rest of the week off now. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm so fucking bored. Let's do some drugs. And that's the fucking downside of all that shit. Putting people, locking them away in these small towns.
Yeah.
People who are from the big city and locking them in a small town.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. Go fucking stir crazy. It's like,
Oh, yeah, they'd figure out some things to entertain themselves like that.
Well, the
Or
locals.
mass amount of sex or whatever. Like, I don't know, certain small towns, they're like plagued by just people just fucking all the time. And they have babies everywhere. And it's just like, what else there is to do? I can't really, like, blame them. Some small towns. Other small towns are different. They have some things to do or whatever. And, like, you know, but you know how it is. I mean, you know, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What are we even talking about?
Small town colleges,
Yeah.
small minds.
Oh, yeah.
What they like to do was fight.
Yeah.
That was their favorite pastime.
Oh, yeah.
Remember these guys came once. They were like,
Cape Breton people love to fight.
yeah, just for something to do.
Represent.
These
Yeah.
dudes
Mr.
came up.
X is from Cape Breton.
Mr. X is from Cape Breton? Right
Yeah.
on. I knew I liked you. These guys came up once and were like, come on, let's go outside and throw a couple rounds of punches. I'm like, throw a couple rounds of punches? For what? Like, do you fucking hate me now or something? Are we fighting? Do I owe you money? Did I fuck your girlfriend or something? Like,
Yeah.
why? Why you want to go fight? I don't know. Something to do. And I'm like, something to do? No, something to do is make beats. Something to do is smoke weed. Something to do is fucking fuck your girlfriend.
Yeah. But,
Let's just fucking pass her around the room. Here you go. Oh, man. That's from fucking high school days.
Yeah.
That shit went down in the high school days. Back when everyone was like, you ain't got no diseases. Shit. Blam. They're in the fucking same room passing this chick around.
Really?
Oh, fuck.
that's awesome.
Oh, you know. The good old days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christ.
But, yeah, you should definitely come to some of the parties because, you know.
I think we should play at one of the parties.
Oh, we're going to, yeah,
And
definitely.
that would be I would like to be introduced that way. That would be like I like to coming on I like to arrive on a floating door. On a fucking class.
Although, like, the ones in the second semester aren't usually as big as the first semester ones because people, like, slow down a bit or they turn 19, they go downtown, whatever. But,
oh, I remember.
you know, they're still good. And, you know, if we do a lot of marketing and a lot of, like, thought in advance, we can get people there. It's just a matter of more effort.
Effort.
So
So
I am
like
fucking stoned.
word of mouth effort or just like
Holy fuck.
Like
flyers and
flyering,
shit.
posters, Facebook events, you know, just
the regular.
spamming, getting the word out there in advance. Sometimes we just do it a couple days before. We let people know, like, a couple days before that it's going to happen.
I
Not
think
all
when there's
of
too
them
much of a build sometimes shit is like you think it's gonna be good and then
it's
it
an
falls
art. Like,
through.
you gotta. There's you can't do it too early. You can't do it too late. There's gotta be. It's usually like, let's say if the party's on a Friday, you flyer on like the Monday, and then Wednesday, and then maybe like on the Friday before you like create the Facebook event, or like or you get the Facebook event a few weeks before. I don't know. This is all boring, kind of, but it's the point is you can't get people to parties in the second semester. It's just
it's a little bit harder.
Matter of not being lazy myself.
I remember when they were like, yeah, in the second or third year, that's when everybody just fucking stops partying.
Yeah.
And I remember our teacher was like, there's this time, he goes, I'm going to warn you guys right now, like this is at the first of the first semester of the first year. He was like, I'm going to warn you guys. There's a time that comes, and it's usually around Christmas, like right before your fucking, like when all your money's run out and you haven't gotten your second installment of your loan yet, everybody in this class is going to fucking hate each other. And we're like, shh, no we're not. We're fucking like 3 best friends who went to college together. Yeah. We're like, fuck that. Sure enough, man, that fucking month came. It could not have come quicker, man, that vacation happened. Because it was just like, thank God I can fucking get away from you fucking people for like 2 fucking weeks. And it's like, and then just go and like eat good food and shit for a couple weeks, and then get a big fucking like second installment from your loan, and then come back and be like balling for an extra month. Yeah. And then you'd be broke going to the fucking food bank the rest of the year. Shit. That is the college experience, man. So all we need was like all the hotties in there.
Oh yeah, there's tons of sluts.
Fuck man, the first like the one fucking for you guys here in Halifax, Christ. Tons of sluts.
I'm sorry. There's lots of quality women too. I'm just saying. That's what you're into.
We still love you though.
That's what you're into. Yeah. We still love you.
Yeah.
Halifax bitches.
Oh, I don't say it in a mean way whatsoever. I mean, they're there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Very good purpose.
Oh, I know. Good purpose.
They're good hoes, yeah.
I think we're pretty much fucking done this show, guys. I think it's over.
Word. Too ripped to give a fuck.
Let's do some plugs on the way out. Let's do some plugs. Everybody head on over to wickedbad.net.
Shit.
And then click on my musician page, Intuit, INTUIT.wickedbad.net. And then click on Dirty Intuition and listen to our shit and put some feedback on there.
Do it. Oh yeah, you can.
And share it with your Facebook friends.
You can also
share it on Google Plus.
Find Dirty Intuition at dirtyintuition.bandcamp.com.
Okay. And we're also on.
You know that.
Yeah, I just can't keep them all straight. I can't remember them all.
Yeah.
There's that plugin that's on the page that I made.
Yeah, that's true.
Here, and I think that plugin goes to the same Bandcamp page or something. This one.
But yeah, dirtyintuition.bandcamp.com or intuit.wickedbad.net/dirtyintuition with a space.
Who's this? Oh, SoundCloud. We're also on SoundCloud.
Okay, we're also on SoundCloud.
But there's only like 4 songs on SoundCloud, and that's it.
just yeah.
Anyways,
Google Dirty Intuition. That'll work.
Google it, yeah. YouTube. Dirty Intuition.
We have some stuff on YouTube, but also,
we gotta get a video, man. We gotta get a video on the go.
I know. Where's your friend as a
Ziggy, where are you? Come on over, man. Let's make that fucking movie happen. Shit.
I'm watching you, Ziggy.
Yeah, Ziggy.
I'm just joking. Come on over. We'll make a video. We got some ideas. No, do we?
Yeah,
you have tons of ideas.
I all kinds of shit.
You have ideas up the ass.
Fuck, they just don't stop.
Yeah.
Cause it don't quit, cause it don't stop. Cause it don't stop, cause it don't quit. I think we're done, man.
Wait, one more plug.
Okay, here's what happens, everybody. This video ends, and then everybody goes on over to iTunes, and you click on the store, and then you go into podcasts, and then you do a search for The Jerk Off Hour. You subscribe to that motherfucking podcast. This will give you the audio-only version of the show. You can download that to your MP3 player, your iPhone, iPod, wherever the fuck, your cell phone. And now, the special thing, and the reason why you should go over there is because rather than give you guys all the good shit on the video, we want to keep you clicking around, just like Facebook. So I want you to go in there and give iTunes some fucking props and let them know that we like them and everything. So at the end of the iTunes audio only, you'll hear a whole fuckload of songs from me and Dane. I'm just going to throw a bunch of our shit on there at the end of the show.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus. There's
good
a bonus.
Shit, trust
There's
me.
a reason why you should go on iTunes.
Yeah.
Reason. Method to the madness. Woo.
Yep.
Click, 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 click.
And
click.
are the songs free? Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna play them.
They're in the podcast.
Yeah,
so
they're
I
gonna
guess
be mixed in with this whole podcast.
So that's a
But
bonus too.
audio only. They're not gonna be in the video.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
that's true.
Keep
Yeah.
fucking-
Also, if you got extra time, I'm on Bandcamp, so djdirtydane.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
I'm also on SoundCloud and YouTube, but I don't use them as much, so there might not be as newer stuff. All the new stuff is on the Bandcamp site. So that's another thing to check out.
That's right.
So there's dirtyintuition.bandcamp and there's djdirtydane.bandcamp.com.
All right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, man. Thanks for
Tons
being on the
of-
show.
Tons of-
It's,
no
I've
problem.
been here for how long, and how long we've been talking about this?
I don't know. A while.
Since I fucking moved here to Halifax. You're like, yeah, let's do
Yeah.
a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
the time
just-
had to be right. The settings had to be right. We
Yeah.
needed to have enough shit to talk about with all of
Exactly.
our stuff. You can also buy this album in MP3 format off of
Yes.
the Wicked Bad site. It's like
That's
through
true.
PayPal. And like we said, coming up within the month, probably next month, we'll be all on iTunes as well.
Yeah, and any funds we get, pretty much, probably gonna put it back into our music
Back
and
into
make
music.
new shit.
I mean, we got to...
So it provides, it's helpful for quality new music to have on physical format, which is always good.
Big shout out to our collaborators. Vanilla
yeah.
V, thank you for being on our shit.
Thank
Latte
you.
D Kit, thank you for being on our shit.
Thank
And Bath, thank you for being on our shit, sir.
you. Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks, Bath.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is Dr.
Thank
J. Cole
you.
signing off.
Later.